Welcome everyone. Sorry, a little bit of issue today. Okay, sorry. Yes, thank you. Okay. So welcome everybody to APU Esports Club. We are about to go into a quick little tournament today, but before we do that, pleasure to meet you all. My name is Kiara Fordell. I will be your caster tonight. I see some of you already in chat, and I'm really excited to see all of you in chat. I hope you guys are ready as we test out a new game, and this is going to be the first time this tournament of this game has ever been streamed. Now, you might be asking me, Kara, how does this work? Well, let me just give you a quick breakdown. So this Terminull Brigade is a PvE, player versus enemy type of game. And so they will be in teams of 3. From that point on, they will go through what is considered round by round. Some rounds will be consisted of enemies, some rounds a boss, and for the most part, they will have to get rid of those enemies. Now, how they will do that is with several what we call characters. Each character has their own speciality, whether as support, attack, shielder. You know how this goes. That style has always been there. How this tournament will go, however, you might be wondering. I will tell you. It is actually, we have 4 teams in the lineup today. And how they will do it is they will play 3 rounds, and their fastest time of those 3 rounds will naturally be taken into account, and at the end of the tournament the fastest time will be put up against a leaderboard against fellow other teams, and the highest time, aka the fastest time, will win the tournament. How, you might ask? What's the prize? Unfortunately, this time round the prize is kind of worth fighting for. First place, we have 125 ringgit up for grabs. In second place, we have 75 ringgit. And in third place, we have 50 ringgit. And so how tonight will go is those teams are going to be vying for the fastest time. And if those of you who do, Genshin and Spyro Business Simulator runs, you know that this is going to be click, move, click, move. That is how this is going to go. However, before we get into the game, I would also like to thank our sponsors for tonight, Terminull Brigade, which has sponsored this amazing event for everyone, and APU Esports Club for hosting this event. And of course, you, the viewers, and those of you in chat right now for coming to support this event. If you're interested in this game, the release date was actually 30th July 2025. So it is a relatively new game. It is your time right now to download it, because right now they have a new agent being given, I do believe on the second day, and then a new skin as well, somewhere around day 5 or day 6. So you can go in and claim. So we're ready right now. We're going in to the Ring City with difficulty 1, and the teams are being picked. Let's see. Oh, we do seem to have quite the similar teammates here. We have Max, which is something new to me, and Blade, as well as the Colonel. Colonel? All right. So let's take a look at how this is going to go. Sorry for the tech issues. All right. Okay, take a look at how this is going to run. Every single team member is going to want to go through as fast as possible. Unfortunately, they do have a lot of perks that they can pick up, so it can be at any given time. They can play this at any given time, but because of how fast they want to go, they just want to click and move. So we have the Colonel right now being used. Oh wow, those shots are very exact. And with his E skill, of course, he actually sends drones to...
Target locked.
At times, and they do have a C skill, which is sometimes a little bit more passive. They however do have a passive on their end as well. We're looking at Chrono right now. He's pretty much an all-arounder, but I do say that his C does give the team a little bit of an advantage because they do give shields. There is a difference there, unfortunately, but will it make a difference? On their team, they actually do have another character called Blade, which is a melee attacker. What she's gonna do is she's gonna be taking all those melee fights. She's wanna go in and get up close and personal with those people. So you're gonna see a lot of that happening. Max is a little bit more of a support slash tank because he can kind of heal, which is kind of interesting considering that he's considered kind of a bomber when you kind of look at him in the loading screen, I would say. So we're taking a look now into the rounds. They're gonna want to clear this as fast as they possibly can. We're already a minute and a half into the game. I do believe we're already in the second phase of this. So they would have bosses. I would say they would have bosses somewhere around the third or the fourth phase. And look how fast these teams are moving. They have to get the best time tonight. If they do not get the best time tonight, they're going to go home. Unfortunately, there are 4 teams, so one team is not getting much of a prize tonight. Oh, look at that. They're picking up max HP. Okay. So they're going on to the third one, which is the boss. You're gonna see a very interesting fight here. The bosses get tankier and tankier as time goes by. This is the first one, so it's not gonna be as tanky as you'd imagine, but you're gonna see how each one does. Every single boss does have its own specialities and very own features. So with that being said, their job is to get rid of this boss as fast as possible. And fun fact, there are 2 phases to every single boss. Without clearing one phase, you're not gonna get to the other one. That's gonna drag on a lot of time. And in their second phase, they are naturally a lot stronger, a lot more powerful, and their health bar is a lot higher. But these teams seem to be slicing through it as we speak. There is no hesitation from Team Sunbear. This is the team that's currently playing. Yes, Team Sunbear that is currently playing. So they're slicing through this and using their abilities. I'm actually pretty impressed. Did you see? Wrong. Yes, Winter, that is correct. One wrong timing, that is doom for the entire team. This is speed run, guys. This is speed run central. Without any other abilities, your job is to get through it fast. All right, let's see what else is gonna happen. They're already on to phase 2 right now, which is the second boss. I do believe this one will have phase 3. Oh, okay, there we go. They're on to that. Okay. Now remember, the Colonel's ability is his E skill is that he can actually kind of throw out a bomb in theory. But just because you have the skills doesn't mean that those skills will entirely work here. You also need to have the aim for this. Look at Froppy over here. I do believe this is Froppy. Yes, this is Froppy. Froppy over here is actually playing the Colonel. He's live streaming for us. So actually we're seeing his gameplay. And can we talk a little bit about how good and how precise his aim is? We're not in any game, like I would say, coming from a person who has tried this game and has played this game for the last bunch of days, this game actually requires a fair bit of actual skill here, not just in knowing how to use utilities, but in shooting. But he's playing it as if every shot counts. And that's pretty amazing coming from that. Alright, chat, by the way, those of you who want to give this a try, go download it on Steam. It is absolutely free to play, actually. Right, area clear. They're quickly moving on, and they are hitting the 4-minute mark already. Gonna go into the 5-minute mark. Could they probably get to the next boss in time? Well, not if they're running off buying perks. Okay, so if you guys could see, the team needs to kind of work together. And I was actually in their VC a little bit earlier. They were coming after each other. These guys are coordinated. I'm actually so impressed towards the fact that after being so together, like these players have probably been playing this game for like a week, maybe 2, and they're already this coordinated. It is amazing how fast these players are going at each other. You see Colonel just slicing through, and then Blade just taking on those fights one by one, with Max being the support of their team. You kind of see how these one plays hand in hand. Unfortunately, in a game like this where we're playing timed, there is very little room for error. Because if one teammate, let's say one teammate does not do what they're doing, or they don't play as well as, like, they're not supporting the team correctly, the entire team comes crashing down. And that is an important thing to remember when you're playing this game. Fun fact about these perks. So at the end of every single area-ish, you will actually get a perk upgrade, and that perk will allow you to upgrade your abilities, upgrade your skills, replace your specialities with something else, or maybe summon a cute little drone to help you out. I love those. For him, he does appear to be picking those perks that increase damage. Good call on a Froppy's side, because if he does not, then he might actually drag more time. Oh, and those coins that you see on the floor, they are actually picked up at
Not
the
yet.
end of the round. So you can, in theory, pick them up as they go, but you actually don't have to. So the game will pick them up for you at the end of it. So you get all your coins and you get to enter your perks. And now we're going into the second boss. Oh, this looks painful. 21 bars of health. Can you imagine how much pain that's gonna be? Now remember, they are only in area 1 of this. I do believe that this game has about 5 areas, if I remember correctly. So they're gonna have to fight through several areas, but for this time trial, they only have to do this area. Fastest time clears. So they're already in 6 minutes out there, and just barely able to wean out that boss's energy. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is actually going to hurt. It's interesting though that in terms of the boss and this ability, he can actually, Terminull can actually use a skill, which is his C. It is a shield. He actually has a shield on top of that, and those shields actually do stack up there. So if he can get them stacked up a lot, he actually almost does not lose out. He does not need to rely on max to shield. Oh, those are missiles coming out from the boss, but they are tearing through this boss very quickly. In fact, I'm surprised that they're tearing through this boss very quickly. I was in this boss today and I struggled. But then again, I was playing solo, so that's a big difference. Alright, and with a little bit after that, ooh, they're going into phase 2, where the boss is gonna have another 32 bars of health, and those lasers, I'm gonna tell you, they are very deadly. If they get caught onto you, they will lower you in place and take up a good chunk of that health. So their goal right now is to avoid those lasers and get through to that boss as much as you can. Unfortunately, as they are in this phase early on, you saw that the boss was immune to all attacks. That could hurt the players if they do, because honestly, there is nothing you can do but just kind of wait out. And now you can see this. He's actually stuck in that. This is the boss's second phase. He's actually stuck in that orb, and he has to get out before the boss unleashes another attack, which can be very, very painful. I'm looking at chat right now, and they're saying I have to check this game out. Yes, you're going to have to check this game out. Ooh, that was a big hit. It took his shield down from like 100 to like 70. That hurts. That hurts. And this is where those teammates have to come into play. You know, Max has to bring up the healing, and you know, look at Blade over there. Blade is taking the firefights literally one at a time. That can be very, very deadly. But then again, he is also invulnerable during her ultimate, so that could be very, very different. And just like in a little bit about 30 seconds, they have waned down the boss's energy into a little bit over half. It's probably gonna take them another 30 seconds-ish to be able to take the rest of that boss down, and I should be correct. However, does that boss have another trick up his sleeve? Maybe, maybe not. But unfortunately, the ultimate has already gone out for the Colonel here. So that could be very, very desperate, because the Colonel's ultimate does actually play a very big factor in this. Actually, all of their ultimates do. But in this case, it's an AoE, so that could be very, very crucial in the boss is attacking one person, aka Blade. And that could be very, very dangerous. However, it does appear that... Oh no, the Colonel is stuck! Gosh! The Colonel is stuck, and he has to get out very quickly. That's wasting precious seconds, getting stuck like that. Now he's pushing out all of his abilities, desperately trying to get that kill. It's already been a minute, unfortunately. They're killing off time, but they are barely going to be able to manage to do this. Yes, they are. Now, they have a quick moment, have to quickly get all of their abilities stuck in there, replacing abilities. That's what key refactoring is. They have abilities, they replace the speciality of those abilities. Now they're about to go to the final one, which is the Boulevard of Idols. We're already on 10 minutes on the clock. I hope everyone in chat and around who is watching is enjoying this, because we are about the third phase. The third phase is gonna be the final one. It's gonna be the most difficult, unfortunately. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but there is a pretty difficult boss at the end of it. So now it's even more crucial that they get all the damage that they can, pushing out little by little, damage by damage, taking out their shots before they can even attack them, because every shot right now does have to count in their timing. If they wanna get through this, I do believe that the time to beat might be 15 minutes, but we shall see. They're taking a fair bit of time in this particular area. Unfortunately, I'm not sure the Colonel will use his ultimate, although the ultimate is there for him to use right now. Oh, that must have been a very interesting play. Putting out the shield right immediately after that. Not sure if that was the best play, but it did clear the area. So that was fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not gonna question this. However, I do realize that most of his skills, most of his perks are really not all that upgraded. I'm not sure if that was a play by him to purposely not upgrade his perks, or just the fact that he just never had this perk from the beginning. Or, well, resetting the perks might have also factored something in there. Also, very cute billboard. I'm just gonna say that right now. Alright, area cleared. That was a very relatively fast area. That was good. And they're just gonna go straight for it. They're gonna ignore everything else and just go straight for it. Max HP, refusing to take the max HP plus 15, I don't know if that's gonna come back and bite him, but remember, the Colonel does have shields, so you never know. It could come back to bite him, it could not. I think it might later on, because the shields are also not all that high.
You can't hide.
It does seem to be playing a little bit of a factor though. I do see what his strategy is to kind of shoot and then wait for his skills to charge up, and then in one shot kind of bring those up. But I will tell you that the E skill of this Colonel is kind of like a honing missile. It will hone onto its target, and once it hones onto its target, it will then proceed to unleash itself. The Colonel can aim. It's not that it will miss. Knowing the fact it has missed before, but it's a little bit rarer. As long as the Colonel is aiming towards the correct enemy, or any enemy in fact, it will naturally just not miss. Okay. This should be the second area, and then the next one should be the boss, if I remember correctly. Oh, those sky drones are always very, very annoying, I will tell you this much. Because one, they are a little bit out of reach, and unfortunately they're never clumped together, so that could be an issue when they're using something with the Colonel's bombs, which rely on kind of the enemies being clumped together. If not, it's a little bit wasted, but it has been used on one enemy before, so you never know. Like that. So this is usually a time where he would actually want to put down there, but it's okay. He's like, nah, it's okay. I can clear this. I can clear everyone by myself. The guy is just unstoppable. That's pretty amazing though. Frothy. If we later on when I say hi to him, I will say hi to Frothy. It does look good.
All clear. Mission accomplished.
It does seem to be that the area is cleared. They will need to move on quickly because time elapsed has been 14 minutes. They do not want to push this all the way into the 20-minute mark and give teams a chance to give them their best time. But they do have 3 rounds to get the best time possible. So if let's say that this round they get 20, and the next round they get 15, and the round after that they get 10, it could possibly make a very big difference.
Is secretly a fan of mine.
Oh, and then now they're just getting through the story quest. All right, this is the final boss. I do believe this is the final boss, yes. So this is going to be the final boss. She is very, very powerful. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. 20 bars of HP. That is rather insane by all standards. But it's okay because they are weighing her down. They need to weigh her down. And I will say I have seen this boss as well. And there is a time when it could be very painful. Oh, they've already weighed her down. Oh no, not yet. Sorry, that was my mistake. Because she can turn invulnerable at so many periods of time just like that, and just be confusing the players because you're essentially gonna be shooting at nothing. Colonel here trying to figure out a way to use his ultimate. Unfortunately, with how mobile this Blade is, there might be a chance that she might actually completely just ignore it. But he's gonna let it out anyways, and that's gonna do a lot of damage. That's actually gonna do a lot of damage. Drop her down to 7 bars of health now. Okay. Moving forward, let us see. Okay, they're gonna quickly get through this. Now it's only 5 bars left, and then I do believe there's going to be a second phase, if I remember correctly. Yes, there will be a second phase. I'm looking at the percentage of the boss's HP.
Target lock.
And they're gonna have to try to get through this ASAP, because if they do not, that's gonna weigh down on their time. Oh, and she's about to go super crazy. Gives her back the entirety of her health, and then from there just comes back in stronger than ever before. Okay. Taking a look at what's going on here, I will say that it is very interesting to see what is going on, because unfortunately the Colonel has used up his ultimate from the beginning. So now that leaves him with a little bit ultimateless unless he can charge that up very quickly, but I don't think they need it. This dude looks so crack, it just melts down the health bar in an instant. It really does, and actually a little bit later I will talk a little bit about builds. Interesting fact, Mr. Maverick, there is actually a very interesting build over here. Later I will discuss a little bit more after this round is over, but right now they actually have to clear this. Oh, and that little slice over there, you do not want to be in the middle of that slice. That thing does a lot of damage if you are not careful. And if you are in the middle of that, it could very much take you down half health. Trust me, I've been in it. However, this does look like they're going to get it done fast. I will say, in most times in bosses, there is a way to stun them if you can get the right one. Whether they can or not, it is anyone's guess. But it is something to do with chat. I'm just gonna give you a hint here. It has something to do with those little shadows that she has. Yeah, if they can get rid of those, maybe, just maybe, she won't be stunned. Oh, and there we have it. So they want to get through those as fast as possible to kind of wear her down. But they are doing relatively well, 36%, very well done. I am looking around at the overall health as we speak, and then at the overall health of everyone. And I'm gonna tell you guys, look at the Colonel's shield bar. That is what he can do. Instead of the regular 70, he can actually stack up those shields till they're about 200, maybe even 300. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more on their end, and if they can get through this very quickly, they might just stand a chance at this. Yes, there we go. They did it. The boss is paralyzed. It's the perfect time for them to strike. If they can get this one, it's going to be a really, really big win for them. However, it does look like they're going to take full advantage of this. One more health bar. They can do this if they really just put everything in there. One last push. And that's it. That's it. And also, I do believe I am actually wrong, because there are apparently 4 bosses now. I was actually supposedly believing that there might actually be 3. Oh well, it's okay. We see 4 more. I do believe another one. Right. So they're gonna go ahead to the final control zone, where they will combat through the next 2. Oh, this is a time-limited challenge. This is actually a really interesting one, because 1, it's gonna take down a lot of time from each person, but 2, they actually kind of do need to take out all these little turrets via those things that the Colonel is shooting at right now. those energy bars, and if you can get those, you get a really good perk. So that is the area completed, and they are ready to move on to the final area. I don't think they will want to go to some of the side questing areas, because although those give really good perks for the final boss, they are, well, we're running against time, guys. We're actually running against time. If they cannot combat through this running against time, we might be having a problem. So we're 20 minutes in right now. Just a quick time check for you guys. And we are getting ready to go through the final boss. I do believe that we are having a bit of technical issues. It's okay, guys. It's alright, guys. We're having technical issues. Unfortunately, that is the reality of this. So now you guys have me to entertain you guys while we're trying to bring back the stream. Ah, there it is. Okay. I feel like telling you guys this. Can you guys see the amount of HP that this boss has? And tell me that this is reasonable? Because that's a whopping 94 health bar. And if they can't melt that down, this boss is going to be a slight problem.
Confirm airdrop location. This is the fire.
Oh, and unfortunately, ooh, that is the entire team. The boss did manage to get trapped, the entire team. That's an issue. However, they're trying to get through the boss's shields right now, and if they can, that is towards the health bar. If not, well, let's just say missiles are a thing, and that could be ridiculously painful very, very quickly. They are 99%, but I do believe that this particular boss is probably just the one health bar, like just the one. Oh, and this boss does have missiles. If they do not find cover, is going to hurt them a fair bit like that. Making him rejuvenate his shields, the Colonel is probably hurting a bit after that one.
Not yet.
But 81 have to go. They are doing very well. They're doing very well, and unfortunately the boss has regenerated their shields, so that's going to be a little bit more time waiting out on them. Alright, so 22 minutes in, and we are about a quarter. That boss is killed. This boss, dang. I will say though, the Colonel does have his skill completely up. Maybe not in the mood to kind of use it just yet. We need a little bit more provocation, guys. Do you guys think that he should use his skill right now? If you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, maybe he should be using his E a little bit more, and then maybe just rejuvenate it.
Not bad. I'm still here.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That boss is regenerating shields very quickly, and he has 70 more percent to go. 69 barely. Oh, okay, we might actually be looking at a whole another phase for this boss. I'll be honest with you guys, I have not seen this boss just yet, as I am still also relatively new to the game. So we are all learning together, guys. We are all learning to play the game together as we see these teams battle it out. But do let me know your comments on what this game is doing. It does. Okay, he's finally using his abilities, and I do believe that's gonna make a fair bit of a difference. Now he just needs to wait out for that ultimate, but he is very low on health. 49 health. Ooh, he's gonna have to dodge. He is very much going to have to dodge or use his shield, and that is his ultimate up. Immediately sets it off. Not a bad call. Not a bad call. Does lean down that boss's shields quite a bit. But is that gonna be enough with him at 49 HP? That is probably the question of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Not yet.
I would tell the team that it's just a little bit more, but then again, we know that there is a second phase to this, and I feel like this is funny.
Firepower.
Alright, we're looking at this right now. 79% of the boss is done. Oh, but he just went down. He needed his team to help him out. See, that's where I feel like dodging is so important in this game. As much as you want to be going after the hits, going after every single little thing, you want a bit of time to kind of relax a little bit, chill a little bit, and not get caught up in those. Because if you don't, that's gonna happen. And you're just gonna need to revive left, right, and center if you're not careful. Like have what is now, just remember that we have a whole second phase after this. So there is a lot coming right on that.
Yes! No one messes with the company's interests.
25 minutes on the clock. This is about to be a run that hits 30 minutes. I will say. This is about to be a run that hits full on 30 minutes, and I am not sure how to feel about this. But we're gonna keep casting anyways. Alright, so let's see. Oh no, he's gotten stuck again. Actually, quite a number of his team has gotten stuck. That's gonna be a slight issue, and he's gonna go down again if he does not bring up that shield very quickly. His shields are quickly regenerating, and he might want to use that C ability to get that up ASAP. If not, that's gonna keep happening, as I mentioned. I see Maverick's comment over there. Talk about bullet sponges. Even with all that damage, you probably made a dent. And that's why it's so important to come after all this. Like, pick the right artifacts, pick the right damage. I feel like there was an issue probably here maybe with the first artifact. Even though, you know, you want to get through this time as fast as you can, maybe you might not want to read through all the artifacts and just go, I'm just going to pick this, maybe just pick this. It's important to still try and read through those artifacts. Because if you don't, you might actually end up yourself in a position here where it takes more time than anything else to actually get through the boss, as opposed to this situation right here, where they are pulling out a lot of time just because of the boss. Oh, I will say though, that ultimate was in a good position. At least it did do a fair bit of damage to that boss. 29 more health, a little bit more, but that boss is regenerating HP like they've no more, regenerating those shields. Yo, this team pulled through. Alright, they have resuscitated themselves again. So, coming up into that, coming up into the traps again. I'm not sure how his other teammates are doing. I am not sure admin control can show me his other teammates. But it's alright. We'll pass what we see, guys. 18% though. 18% is a very good amount until those shields come out. I feel like this could be pushed on to above 40 minutes because of how this team has seemingly struggling non-stop with this boss and every single thing. It seems like no matter what they're doing, it's just not enough. Those shields are taking so long to break through.
No one messes with the company's interests. Now, this is suppressive firepower! Not yet.
I would also say that I'm looking at mission control right now, and mission control is telling me that they will add more time to this. This is not going to be even their final time. Later we will see their final. Oh, so apparently there's a penalty for reviving. How many? That would be the question of how many minutes they add on every time that they revive. Apparently, I do believe it's 2 minutes. 2 minutes for or something. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm listening. I see. Take a look at what's going on here. Take a look at what's going on here, guys. 10 more HP, just a little bit more. They can do it with just a bare minimum of help, and now we are back in, well, we're back in technical issues. Hi guys. Okay, that was a good one. But I think they might be able to do this, but only if that boss shield does not get revived. If they do, however, I think we're looking at a slight problem here. Like that. That is going to delay their time so much from here on out because take a look at how much they're taking to just take down those shields. Not sure if there's going to be a situation where a team can defeat this with without like taking 15 minutes. But we'll see later on, teams. But those revives are going to hurt them costly. So because every single time that they revive, it's going to cost them. I do believe it's 2 minutes or something like that. I will double check later on. Damage check. It is damage check. It is barely surviving, but they are only in 50% of the boss. I'm looking. Okay, we're on the halfway point. We're in the halfway point. It has taken them a fair bit of time to get to this point, but they are finally at the halfway point. Now they just have to do this all over again. I'm not sure how they plan to do this, but they just have to do this all over again. However this will go. And yes, I had just got confirmation that every single time they revive, it'll plus 2 minutes of this time. So based on how much revives we have seen, it is very possible that we might be seeing anywhere from 40 minutes, 50 minutes with how much they're reviving. That false hope is very much there. Unfortunately, it could be. I mean, here's the thing. We don't know if other teams will struggle or if other teams will have the same results. But if they do have the same results, let's just say that we are looking at a stream. We're looking at this stream to be a very interesting one. And I wonder what the Colonel is doing because he has just been knocked down again. Froppy! Froppy! What happened? What happened, Froppy? How did you get knocked down? What happened? I wonder if he disconnected. That was the issue. Oh, I think it's very possible that he has disconnected, or maybe is undergoing some tech issues right there. Okay, but it's okay. It's okay. We will sit here and watch his team. Yeah, we will sit here and watch as he stands there. Yes, as he stands there. Not sure what he's doing. Maybe just waiting for his ultimate to revive. All right. So I have just been told that he has crashed. Beautiful day, isn't it? How is everybody in chat today? I hope you guys are having a very good day. But however, I have just been told that Froppy has crashed, which is why he was just standing there. Unfortunately, yes, I'm reading chat right now. Ooh, that false hope. Unfortunately, the control has been yeeted. Well, with a new game like this is how this goes. Remember, guys, we are still in the early days of this game, so cut them a little bit of slack. Mm. Oh, I have also just been informed by Mission Control that the game kicked them all out because apparently it is supposedly that they took too long to clear and therefore the game kicked them all out. I didn't even know this was a feature of the game. We're gonna Terminal Brigade, can you confirm that this is a feature of your game? Maybe. All right. So I've just been told that due to time constraints, this team will be replaying. They were doing so well too. I agree. They were doing really well. Unfortunately, we just need to let them restart a bit. Don't worry. All right. So I have been told that the 3 rounds that we were promised, unfortunately, is cut down by. I do believe this is 70%. So we are seeing one game per round. So four teams, and one game, one round per team. So it's good. It's good. It's good. It's okay. So with this, they actually do get a chance to get their time up a little bit better. So yeah. So I've been told that we will be moving on to the next team, which the team antivirus. I can't wait to see it. Now let's talk a little bit about the players here. I'm actually looking at them as we speak. We have Lobbies, we have Mudao, we have Sire Yan. I'm not sure. I pray that's how I pronounce his name. I will check with him later. Sayer? I will try. But they are currently in game and getting ready to play out their game. Uh, admin, we are actually seeing the Discord. Thank you very much for not showing the Discord. This is what we call a case of let's not show our lives. I'm joking, of course. In any case, chat, I hope you are having a good day. For those of you who are coming for those who are coming in, we're about to go into the game of Team Antivirus, and we are getting ready to see what kind of picks they did it. In the last round, we did see Blade, Chrono, and Max. I wonder if we'll see. That is what I wanted to see. Aurora right there, right there. However, I am actually really excited because we get to see a different character being played. This is Max. He is actually a support tank and it helps the team survive. Some of his abilities include healing teammates and then launching out more rockets and giving a self-health boost. And I feel like it's kind of interesting in this game where the people that you're not expecting are the ones who are the DPS, and the people that you were expecting to be the DPS has suddenly become support. So we're gonna actually see this, like Max, whom at a moment's glance of the character,
Aurora,
I would have thought he
you're too
would have
flashy.
been,
It's
a
not
DPS,
practical.
Flashy is what sets
no, actually he's
superstars apart
support.
from soldiers.
And let's say for example Aurora, who is a superstar in their world, you would thought she would have been support. No, she's actually a DPS. She actually has DPS skills. Oh, and this is moving fast. Okay, this team is moving quickly now. Let's see. Team antivirus. It's okay. But we will see Max doing his thing. This team does appear to... Wow, that was fast. Wow, that was fast. That was... I blinked and it was over. This team apparently knows what they're doing. Let's see them play. I will say though that this team is jumping around, causing so much chaos and havoc. Shooting one here and there while bringing out those basics. And yep, that perk upgrade. Quick one down. I don't know, viewers, are you actually seeing this? Like, are you as shocked at how fast this is going as I am? They're already in the second zone. And they are going to quickly clear this up as well. Oh my, that is very fast. Indeed. Because look at how fast that even Max is actually shooting out. You blink and it's just area clear. Right, they're in the third area. Wow. And I'm looking and waiting to see how they will deal with this boss now. Actually, I'm very curious to see how they're gonna fare against this boss. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they're doing. I don't know how well they would do, but we shall see. We shall see. This team is seemingly clearing up very fast. I think the last team spent about 5 minutes here. So, seeing a team does clear this in about 2 minutes makes me wonder how long it's gonna take them to clear the boss. Hit by fortune. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, so they're about to... I do believe that they're about to enter boss. Oh, and the first one they got was Blade. Oh my goodness. It's not as bad when you get her the first round. By the way, those of you who are curious, those bosses can appear in any order. In terms of their health, it would be lower. In terms of the damage, it would be lower. But they can appear at any given time. It's kind of really random which one they get, and you kind of gotcha it out. But this team does appear to be doing relatively well, already defeating out the boss and putting her into the second phase. About 15 seconds in, I do believe. Right. And entering that, they are so confident they just watch through the full animation. Usually by this period of time, people would just be canceling out the animation and just proceed to go to the boss. No, they watched through the full one because I guess they were curious. This team is so confident. I find this so interesting.
The hunt isn't
Alright,
over
so
yet.
a little bit over 3 minutes, but they have gotten through their first boss. Now they just have to get through the second boss, and the third, and the fourth. But viewers, what do you think of this that is going on so far? I hope you guys are having a lot of fun. Okay, all right. If you have any questions on the game, please feel free to inform us, and I will try to answer them as well as I can. If you do not, then it's okay. This is a very good game to watch. I'm enjoying myself because of how fast they're clearing off these rounds. Take a look at that. Max just blows them out of the ground. Like a little bit at a time, one after the other. We're only in 4 minutes and we're in area 2 of this game. Alright. Okay, and that is, I do believe that's the area. Alright. And how quickly they're reading through this as well. It appears that they are making really good picks, picking up the correct things to help them out, and selecting and buying the right things. Because you know, remember, the buys here are super important. Alright, they're about to go into the next area with very, very record time speed running here. I'm not sure what Max is doing, but I guess he was just curious about something. Oh well! Maybe he wanted to show us something. I might have to ask Mudao later. Was he trying to show us something maybe? But quick, very quick clears on this team's angle. I will have to ask them what they're doing later on. How do you feel about this, viewers? Ooh, and unfortunately the elite enemies might put a bit of a hindrance on them. But nope, they are not even shedding sweat. They're not even sweating at this point. They're just like, no, you say elite enemies? No, we got this. And that is the next area, and they're going straight for the... Oh my goodness. They're going straight towards the second boss already. 5 minutes in, and we are seeing what I feel is so far the fastest speed run. So fast, so far so good. And I do see the relics. Okay, so they will have to deal with that robot, and the second phase is not as bad, but we shall see if they can get through it. Time Dollar is a little bit interesting, I feel, because he's a bit more melee as a boss. So as long as you can stay far away from him, he will more or less try to get close to you as much as possible. But unfortunately, if he cannot, he will start shooting those little things at you, which are relatively easy to avoid in my opinion. And this team is actually making very easy work of them. Can you take a look at this, guys? This is making very easy work. That was 20 bars. And he just went for it. And now they're basically 14. He just took out 10 health bars. They just took out 10 health bars in one hit. Can somebody actually tell me how this is logical? And with 6 minutes on the clock, these guys have time to spare. They have 2 more bosses left, but if they're playing the way that they're playing like this, I can see this being done in 15 minutes. I agree with you, Maverick. My goodness, they are rinsing this boss, and I feel like they're gonna be rinsing every boss following this. All right, they're entering the pier, which is the third phase. And if they're replicating this, which is like they're rinsing out every single phase. It takes 10 seconds for them to get through every single phase. Which is, to be honest with you guys, by all intents and purposes, I am pretty impressed by how quickly that this team is getting through it. And it does appear to be that this is the third phase, where teams start to have a little bit of problems. Never mind, I spoke too soon. I was just gonna say that teams usually have a little bit of problems around this phase. I stand corrected. No, they did not have any problems with this phase at all. So oh well, they're just annihilating everybody. And Max, whom I believe will support, is not just supporting his team in terms of healing them. He's also kind of a DPS. Look at their 13k damage right now. I'm kind of curious to see them deal with the final boss now. Alright, a little bit on the 8 minutes on the clock, and we are ready. We are already nearly at the third boss. Let us take a look at. Oh, replacing that. That is an interesting choice. But I will say that upgrading one skill all the way up is proving to be very useful for this team. And checking out the relic pool quickly. I love how this team is just like, yep, I got this, don't worry about me, Alright, they're ready to enter the survival mode challenge, and this challenge will quickly go very well. Right, this particular challenge is pretty interesting as well, just because they actually have to take a look at that. They actually have to get rid of those. It is time survival. This is gonna put them back about a minute. Unfortunately, they were a little bit unlucky to get this particular one in general, because they would just have to survive through a minute. So no matter what, they are going to have a minute on their clock. That is just the case of, unfortunately, bad luck on their end to kind of pick this one up, because this is really random. It is really random who gets what and when it appears. So unfortunately, this was a case of bad gotcha luck on their end. But it is 10 more seconds, which they can actually get through. I imagine the team is going like, what? How did we get this one? This is gonna throw off our time so badly. But who knows? They do get a lot of good stuff through this particular one. So it is good. It is worth looking up. Alright. And they're going to the, I do believe the final one before the boss. Yes. Look how quickly they're just picking up all these relics, guys. This is, I feel like I'm getting a masterclass in how to play this game from this team in particular. All right. Next sector, one more before they hit the third boss. As long as they can clear as fast as they have in the past, which I think, considering that they are all doing like 100k damage every time somebody attacks, I do not see it as a complete impossibility. I would say I do not see it as a complete impossibility. So that is what we aim to see. Are they going to annihilate the third boss as easily as they did in the past two bosses?
Ready to blow something up.
Oh, this does seem to be giving them a little bit of trouble here. Not too much. It is going to delay the time a little bit more, but it doesn't appear to do all that much difference. It just does appear to make quite a big difference. But will it affect their time? I'm not sure. I would say maybe. All right, they're in the third phase boss. How fast are they gonna do this? Chat, give your suspicions. Give your suspicions how long they will get through this boss. I would say 2 minutes right now. I would say 2 minutes of the time, maybe bringing the time up to maybe about 11. And after that, they'll take about 5 more minutes for the last boss, bringing their total time up to about 20 minutes-ish. Wow, they're fast. Wow, this was fast. Okay, they're already in the process of taking out that boss. This is very quick. Look at how fast they're taking out those bosses' health bars. Now, well, they are not doing as well as the other two bosses. Remember, those two earlier bosses were relatively easy bosses. We're about to get into the phase where it's getting a little bit more difficult, and yet this team does not seem to find it at all a pain to just get through this. Alright. They're 50% away. Oh my goodness, that was easy. And Max still has his ultimate. Max still has his ultimate. With his ultimate, he can still very much use it. And remember, the last time that he did use his ultimate, he did kind of get through the boss's health bar by 10. I'm not sure how this will work this time, but he's gonna try. There we go. That brings out the ultimate. Alright, and he's just gonna do one big circle around the boss. Oh, and that was 10 bars of health on just that boss alone. Somebody pity the poor boss. I'm starting to pity the poor boss. Just a little bit more. The boss is already paralyzed. This is the perfect time for them to just stand and shoot. Because if they can just finish it. They actually did faster than I thought they would. 1 minute and 40 seconds. 20 seconds faster than I would anticipate them doing this. Alright. Now getting ready for the key infractions. Once this is over, then we are going to move on to the final phase as well as the final boss. I hope you guys are ready for this because I was definitely not ready for this. I thought I was ready for this. I was definitely not ready for them to actually go after every single boss with such vigor. And this is the final phase before they hit the boss. They're just gonna upgrade a few things. And wow, there were no enemies here. Impressive. Alright, they're refreshing a few times. Actually this is the first time I've seen that refresh button, so interesting. You can refresh things in the shop. That is beyond interesting. I do see relics though. That's the thing. I didn't see relics in the first team. I'm seeing relics in this team, which I'm not sure if that is absolutely a good thing or if that's just something you get at the end game, because I have not made it there, but they do appear to be ready to fight the final boss. And we're going to see, I think, the same boss that the other team struggled with agitatingly.
Now this is suppressive firepower.
Alright, they're ready. And look at how quickly those shields are going off. This is very impressive show by this team. How quickly this team is taking off those shields and making full use of the time of regeneration. They are already removing health bar after health bar just from the shield's regeneration. That shield regeneration is seemingly a bit slow now compared to the last team. It went from, I think, 94 to now 78, and we're still going at it. So, and Max still has his ultimate. So we're still waiting to see the ultimate. I'm actually starting to really like the ultimate on Max, I'm not gonna lie. But they're already taking him down to, I would say they would be able to hit 50%. Oh, he's gonna use the ultimate. Very quickly using the ultimate before the boss's energy to regenerate. And that is going to make such a big difference. Look at that. They are already 50% away off the shields. Yeah, my predictions were so off on this one. I thought they were going to take about 20 minutes. It seems more like 15 now. And how quickly they are going through Malcolm's shield. The other teams, if I remember correctly, Team Thunder struggled with this. Doesn't seem to have any issue with Team Antivirus, proving that they are the antivirus of this game. They are there to become the menaces. And look at that. That is already we're already in phase 2 and it's on 13 minutes. Talk about a comeback. They're tearing through Malcolm like tissue paper. Yes, this is a different team, by the way, Mr. Maverick. I would say though, this team is doing an impressive job. They're using every skill. They're not letting any skill go to waste. They're using up every skill that they have and everything that they are given. And remember, we're only playing the best of one, which means that whatever this team has is going to be whatever they get. But it does not appear to be an issue for this team, because look at them tearing away those shields as if they are meant to tear away those shields.
Not bad at all.
14 minutes on the clock right now, and they are already in 84% with that particular character off, and they haven't even revived yet. I do believe they have not taken a revive yet, which is going to make this their final time if they do not take another revive. Remember, guys, if they take a revive, it is added 2 minutes to their final time. But this team is just telling you, nah, we don't need that revive. We just need we just that good. All right, a little bit more, unfortunately, to Malcolm. Remember, this is the final phase. As long as they can take him out during this phase, they are done. And then right now, Max is invulnerable for 3 seconds. As the shields come out, I don't think that Malcolm is going to have time to revive those shields, considering how quickly they are tearing through his health right now. 30 more bars compared to just now was amazing. 15 minutes on the clock. They may not need to go into 16, but this does look really good as of now. And that's it. They just took out 20 bars of HP in one go. Did you guys see that? I hope you guys saw that, because they just took out 20 bars of HP in one go. I was not expecting for them to do that. That was amazing. Team Antivirus ending the time. They're calculating the final time right now as we speak. So we're going to take a look at what they have in terms of the final. 8 seconds that Team Antivirus did pull up. All right, guys, I do believe we are due for a break. So I will see you guys in a short bit of time. When we come back, we'll see more teams participate. See ya.
Whirlwind! Swift like the wind! Shadow strike! A knife through water!
Marvel Terminus officially online. Countless users are flocking to Terminal.
还都炽热焦土等虚拟世界已平稳运行数周。
Terminal est indiqué par des virus. D'innombrables utilisateurs sont piégés dans la réalité virtuelle.
ゼロと名付けられ、出世用 AI アイアンはユーザーにウイルス。
Viruses have infected Terminal. We must work together to exterminate the viruses.
So, you're the targets? Typical.
Emergency. Virus invasion detected.
Damn it! What is it now? Oh no! Let it go!
All shall die to my blade.
Colonel, don't just stand there. It's time for you to take the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Terminal Brigade Showcase slash tournament. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Kira Froda. I am currently your caster for tonight, and we are getting ready to see the next team, Team Sunway Orca, as they are prepping behind the scenes. I see all of them in the voice chat. But before we do that, let us talk a little bit about the game so far. How have you guys enjoyed the game so far? Personally, for me, we have seen about 4 agents or 4 characters being played. There are actually 6 in this actual roster as of now. They plan to add more. I'm pretty sure that they plan to add more. But we currently have not seen Gloria, which I feel at this point in time is Terminal Brigade's actual killjoy. It's actually she has actual turrets and everything and all those kinds of drones and droids, and it's kind of cute too. I would love to see Gloria in the next one. We also haven't seen Hanix. That is how we pronounce his name, which is actually a damage dealer. He is actually the DPS that we see. And actually, as of now, we haven't seen those 2 yet, so I'm hoping to actually see those 2 in the next 2 teams. Right now, we're gonna go to the leaderboard to take a before we do that, let's talk a little bit more about this whole situation and this whole game. I right now like to thank APU Esports Club for actually hosting us today and hosting this amazing event right now. And for those of you who are actually in APU itself, please make sure that if you guys like esports, you guys love to play games, and you want to be part of an esports club, go join into APU Esports. And if you haven't tried out this game yet, Terminull Brigade just released on 30th of July 2025. It's new, it's fresh, it's gonna be the next hottest game. Mm, yeah, it will be amazing, and it will be absolutely awesome. And I would also take this time to thank Terminull Brigade for actually hosting this event with us. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been so supportive. And if you guys haven't downloaded this yet, please go and download it, because you guys know that this is an amazing game. It's just waiting for you guys to be played. Remember, for those of you, if you're a little bit, you don't like the PvP style, this game is for you. It's PvE. You are going in player versus enemy. You're only combating whatever is in there, and you get to bring friends. So you're not going to be alone. Maybe one person, like, it doesn't sound right. You can ask your friends to come along and play this game with you, and you guys can get through it together. Just remember, player versus enemy. It's not player versus player. So if you're gonna come up to me and tell me, Kara, but I'm a terrible shot, don't worry. You can bring your friends. That's an amazing shot, and you guys can do it together. Shots are not everything in this game. Not to mention the abilities that we have seen earlier. I'm telling you that we saw the gameplay through the eyes of the Colonel and also Max, which was kind of interesting, because we saw how the Colonel used his shields to his best advantage, how he sends out the drones, how he uses the skills. And we saw how Max, despite being a support character relatively, has the ability to DPS, actually much to my shock, not going to lie. But at the end of the day, we haven't seen how the other four characters have played yet, and I can't wait to play around with those characters. Hopefully, in due time, as the In Some Way Orca prepares to take the stage. I hope everyone in chat is doing well today. If you guys are there, give me a hello, or anything, or tell me how you feel about this game, and tell me if you're gonna download this game right after this. Because I don't know about you guys, I've had this game. I've been playing this every day. I'm playing this every day. I am obsessed with this game and how it plays. And those of you who know me, I'm not the type of girl to want to be like obsessed with this game. But no, I have spent 8 hours on this game every day as of the day that I got it, which was, I think it was Thursday or Friday. So it's a good game. It's a good game. Right now, I'm just gonna take a look at chat. Hello, Mr. Maverick. Hello, Joy. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. And if you guys are actually in chat and you guys actually play this game, let me know what is your current favorite character, because I will tell you that my current favorite character is Aurora, which we haven't seen entirely gameplay of, but I kind of like her star power ability. It kind of reminds me of, like, me, and it's kind of adorable, and it's also amazing that she can do so much damage, being kind of a DPS and great for crowd control, which this game is very based off of. Like, so for those of you who just came in, who might be asking, Kara, what's this game even about? You basically team up with friends. You go through level by level, and during that time there will be 4 bosses, and you have to get rid of all 4 bosses. You play with your friends, or you can play alone. And there is actually a story mode in this game, which I've been playing a lot of, and I feel like that has been very interesting. So you get to play around with each one of the characters. Each one of the characters is actually also pretty interesting in the fact that they actually have their own little backstory, which you can discover as time goes by. And I feel that's super cool. And if you guys like all different, Mm, if you guys are actually really excited for this game, if you guys download it right now, you can actually get the Colonel, and I do believe another character during the daily logins, as well as the another skin. I do believe it's for the Colonel as well. So you get new rewards every single day that you log in, as well as every single time that you are coming in. They're being very generous this time around. Right, as of now, I'm just going to take a look one more time at the leaderboard, if you don't mind. And as I mentioned before, we have first place, which is Team Antivirus, which had a clear time of 15 minutes and 28 seconds, followed by Team Sunbear, which has a clear time of 55 minutes and 26 seconds. Interesting fact, though, when earlier phases, Team Sunbear did not actually clear in the 55 minutes and 26 seconds, but every single time that a team is downed, they actually add 2 minutes to their time. I do believe Team Sunbear had about 10 minutes added on to their time. We still have Team Sunray Orca and Team Firewall yet to play. Hello, Mudaf. How are you? Oh, is that you? Right. So are we? So I hope that we are ready for Team Sunway Orca to get to take the stage as we prepare for this. Mudav, I hope you're having a good day, and I hope those of you in chat are also having a good day. It is 10:40 Malaysian time, I do believe. A little bit more, a little bit less. I do. If you guys are on different time zones than us, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying this cast. As of now, we are getting ready to move in, but let me know, guys, if you have a favorite character in chat, or if you guys are new to this game, also give it a shout out. It is such a new game, but it is proving to be so much fun. I'm prepared for this game to pop off right there. All right, I'm waiting for Mission Control to give me the signal. However, let's talk a little bit more about the game as we continue. Oh yes, I do believe they're almost ready. So I can't wait to see what they come up with. In the past, actually, we did see 55 minutes from Team Sunbear, which I feel was actually a pretty interesting showcase, because we actually had 55 minutes worth of gameplay, in fact, to kind of see how each character can shine in a team. And then when we had Team Antivirus, they actually were so quick with their movements. They didn't spare any movement. They actually were so fast, and they were so and they were so non-stop, you know. Okay, however, I would say that, okay, if you guys are wondering how the format of this goes, each team will actually go through a one round, and they have to get through one, or what I would say, one level as fast as they possibly can, one run as fast as they possibly can. All right, and actually, from that point on, is fastest team wins. So they each have one chance to prove themselves worthy of getting that. We have a prize money of $250, 250 ringgit total, 100 and I do believe, sorry, 125 at stake for the first place, 75 for the second place, and 50 for the third place. But right now, we're going to get into the gameplay as of now. Oh, and I do see that Team Sunway Orca has, oh my, 2 colonels. I didn't even think that was possible. I thought it was literally one character per team. No, they're wanting to play 2 colonels. All right then, let us see how fast they can play this. Oh, and already getting straight into it. All right, straight into the arbiter music. I did not know that you could pick 2 characters. Guys, this is new news to me. Great on it though. What a good character showcase, right? All right, so they're heading into the atrium with 2 colonels and an aurora. Very interesting. All right, first atrium. Remember, this is a time challenge. The fastest time wins. They are aiming to go for a time challenge, beating time right now, 15 minutes, and I do believe 58 seconds. Sorry. So let's see how fast. Oh my, this is another fast team. They are just cleared that area in like 20 seconds, not wasting any time, not wasting any speed, because that is the important thing here. The need for speed is the key.
I'm reloading.
All right, coming straight in with another one. All right, maybe the Colonel right now is being a little bit there, but oh, picking up some perk upgrades already and getting ready to go into the next phase, the next area. That's gonna be a hindrance of their time though. So that did slow them down a little bit. Those flying drones did slow them down a little bit, but not by much. I do believe they can still pull it back should they just buckle down. I would say though, the Colonel actually does have this roll which emanates a quick little blast, which can be very debilitating because if I remember correctly, that is based on how many coins they actually have. So the more coins that they actually own, the higher the damage of that. They could potentially just roll themselves to victory. Potentially. 1 minute on the clock right now as we prepare to move on to already the second phase here. And the two Colonels are doing their work. Shield's not being used as much, keeping it at the 70, but regardless, making the full use of the E ability and the dodge, of course. I would say that the concept of this game and adding on to the music phase is always something that I feel is very appealing because when you're here, you never think about like how a game could be influenced by the sound of music. Get it? and actually have each character be a musical type and have their skills and abilities be so affected by perks, which are also named after music. Alright, so they're getting ready to go into the first boss. Who shall we face? Ooh, this one.
Intruder detected.
I do believe this is Heimdall. Yes, this is Heimdall. Yes, the Punisher. The Punisher of these heroes. They have to get this done as fast as possible. Earlier in this run, I do believe that they would want to clear this as fast as possible. Ooh, barely 2 minutes in, barely gonna enter 3 minutes. And remember, the Colonel does have his ult. Will he use it here is the better question, or will he just say, "Nah, I think we could do this without my ultimate." Who knows? They might prove to be correct. No, apparently the Colonel will not use his ultimate in this game to try and make things faster. Alright. Interesting call. I'm waiting to see where then this person will want to use this. Interesting. But they have defeated Heimdall in a little bit after 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Not too bad of a run. It is getting a little bit faster as these runs come along. And they are quickly picking up a perk. They want to pick. I think he was a little bit indecisive there. It's okay. Just a couple more seconds difference, you know? Just a couple more seconds of difference. It's alright. Alright, the next zone is coming up. Secure zone. They wanna get this out as fast as possible. I am finding it very interesting that the skill is maxed out. It is time for them to use the skill. What is he saving for? That is my question of the day. It would be very interesting to see him just unleash his ultimate and his skill, because seemingly they're doing really well even without unleashing ultimates or skills right now. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, using that dodge roll to his advantage here, using that roll to his advantage, of course. Bringing that up though, I would say it's actually really good, really good. They're clearing up these levels very quickly. Oh, saving up those HP. Look at that damage, guys. Look at that damage. Okay, not bad. 12.4k HP is a very decent damage, very respectable damage at phase 2. In phase 3, I can foresee a bit of struggle, but I wouldn't say too badly. Alright. Picking up a little bit of energy, picking up a little bit of shop, and quickly taking on ooh, healing. Okay. I can see that happening. I would say though, people in the audience, look how cute the Colonel's drone is. That thing is adorable. that thing is absolutely adorable. It is actually doing damage. For those of you who don't know, it is actually a drone that can absolutely help him out in terms of doing damage. It will shoot of its own volition, but it is also still a pretty cute drone. If I remember correctly, Aurora also has one of these drones. Alright, now they're going to summon, they're gonna up that, and by the way, isn't it cute that that drone is called QV? So adorable. This game is full of cute little things, I just can't. But, regardless, 6 minutes on the clock, just about there. And they're actually making great time. They're not hesitating. They're actually making amazing time right now, using those skills to their best advantage. Seeing Aurora finally popping off, doing a little bit of gameplay here.
Move forward.
Interesting. The area is clearing, albeit they're taking a little bit more caution here. It's a really good strategy. They want to take a little bit more caution, read through their skills, and make sure that they have picked up the right ones before they proceed to, let's say, a boss. Because remember, damage counts. Oh my, we are going after Blade again for the second phase.
Trying to run.
So it is very interesting that it is something that I would encourage doing, especially if you are like a new player. Read through. It's okay to take a little bit, maybe spare a couple of those seconds to just read through those perks just to make sure you're getting the correct one. But regardless, back to the gameplay, they are annihilating that health bar already so quickly with so much vigor. They're already they're not taking their own sweet time. They're like, we're gonna give Team Antivirus a run for their money. And that's about half health. Oh my, and they're already attacking the second phase. They're already attacking the second phase before we even mention. Just as we even mentioned this, they're attacking the second phase. And they're already on 17 of that health bars left. Just a little bit more. Good call on avoiding that. Good call on avoiding that slash. But now they have 14 more bars, doing really neat work, very quick work of this build right here. But just a little bit more to go for this team, and they might actually just be able to do it just maybe shy getting into the 8-minute mark. I will say though, in terms of the Blade, you kind of want to take a little bit of time to kind of learn the strategy, especially if you're a new player. You want to take, because every single boss has their own little perk, little thing that may or may not kill off your character if given the chance. So you want to watch out for those, make sure that you have your characters dodging the right ones, because there is dodge in this game. Alright, we're quickly moving on to the next phase, barely hitting the 8-minute mark, but making very good time, Actually, it's interesting that we're seeing the pier again from this, because we never see the same amount of enemies. Sometimes we see the pier and we might see an elite enemy, but no, for this one we're actually seeing the most basic of enemies right now, which actually makes this a lot easier for this team to play around with, because then it saves them a fair bit of time. Because those elite enemies do have a fair bit more health than the average enemy. I find it very interesting that this Colonel has not used a single skill or an ultimate at all this run. I am actually very curious to know what are their thoughts in not using a skill or an ability. They have actually not even used shield. Wow, wow, pure skill speed run. That's all I gotta say. Pure skill speed run. All right, they got a new relic, so that's really good on them.
Just picking up a little bit more, picking up the speed of sound again, level 8 to that right now, and then up the damage of the weapons. And we're going into what would be the phase before the third phase boss, and oh my goodness, that is absolutely beautiful. I was not expecting the simulation to just go straight for it. I do say though, this is a very interesting phase. Oh, and finally the ultimates have come out. The ultimates have finally come out. I think the Colonel was saving it. I think the Colonel was absolutely doing that on purpose to save that particular round for all this. Okay, just getting ready for the final one. All right, picking up a few more perks, and I would say, oh, that health, very smart. Look at how much health the Colonel now has. 254. I do believe he started with 250, kept picking up those health drop-offs, and eventually came up to that high. But remember, this is their district before the third boss. If they can get through this, they go straight to the third boss, and then they'll move on. But they're actually moving very quickly with the area clear, which I find is very interesting. They're clearing each area like with 10-20 seconds to spare. And I personally feel like this is actually really amazing for any team to be cleared. And if I remember correctly, the Griffs, we have seen the Griffs, the enemies. Look at how much damage he's doing just by rolling. Just a couple of rolls here and there, you know, and then he would take out those enemies. And yes, I was correct in believing that that would have been the boss phase.
All clear. Mission
Beautiful, actually. Area clear. Now we are entering the third phase boss. Does he want to get a perk? Oh, he will get a perk. Interesting. And of course, naturally increasing the health by as much as he can. That's always a good call. That's always a very good call on everyone's end. Right, and they are entering. Oh my goodness. This particular character, the Reaper, which is the third phase boss. We have seen this. We have seen this. We know that he does a lot of damage if not taken out, but look how quickly they're nailing down his health bar, not even giving him a chance to play around. They're just going at this so fast. Oh, and that's the second phase. He's not even using his skills nor his ultimate in this case, and they are already doing so much damage. I'm actually very impressed by this team. And ooh, that's gonna be a lot of health. But it's alright because they're just taking down, they're just melting down his health like butter. They're not scared. What are they scared of? Every few hits and he just goes down a health bar. And they should be done in right about now. Yes, that will be right about now. And remember, there will be one more phase before the final one, where they will have to deal with what we saw was a 94 health boss, and they will have to do it twice, since there is a second phase. I would say though, the volume increase in this sounds like a good plan, because they would increase the impact here and the damage. And yes, yes, I was correct. He went for it. Okay, so they have a space-time limited challenge. And sorry, quick technical issue on our end. Don't worry about it. We are getting that fixed. Don't worry about it. All right, we are in the middle of the time challenge. This is a good one though. This is a good one. They just have to get rid of all those, and then they are good to go. Okay, making good time. Would it take as much as the minute? I would say so. I would say that they have planned this out very well with Terminull Brigade. They have planned out this game so very well that one challenge does not kind of go past the other. Very well balancing on their end. All right, so final little push here. Will they go for any other side questing? I doubt they would. Did they? Oh my goodness, they actually did go for the side quest. Okay, that is an interesting take. They actually went for the, I was not prepared for them to go for the side quest, but they did finish it very quickly. So I don't think that's gonna play too much on their time, all that much, but interesting that they just went for a side quest, considering that this is a speed run challenge. Oh, and they're going for another one? Wow, these guys are cojones. Very cojones, considering that this is a time trial. Very interesting that they're trying to go for both side quests. Why we call them side quests? But okay, it didn't seem to play all that much into their time. They do get it done relatively quickly, which can benefit them, I would believe, too, because then they can get more damage for the final boss. It could be very worth it. We yet to see this play off. 15 minutes is the time to beat. So if this actually pays back and they can defeat the boss in, let's say, 30 seconds, I can very much foresee that I will be very much impressed, one, but I can very much foresee this paying off. Right, they're waiting for the time to pass. That's, again, an interesting take on their end. All right. They're waiting for the team to go. Okay. Okay, they're gonna go. Oh. I know the boss. Wu Xiang, the Tail Devourer. 130 health bar. 130 health bar. Wu Xiang is a tanky little thing. It will not end. Wu Xiang is actually, I would consider it very tanky. Attacks pretty strong. And I would say this one requires a little bit of strategy here. Little bit of strategy. But they are melting through that health by like butter. Compared to the other enemies that we've seen in the last 2 rounds, definitely not as tanky because of the no shields, but just as painful because of how much health Wu Xiang just has. Doing very well too. Wow, that was amazing. Look, I do believe that was one of the ultimates that have just taken Wu Xiang out to about 50 bars of health right now, and they are just playing through that very quickly. And Wu Xiang is going to try and root them into place. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just that they have to get through it. But no, they knock him out before then, and that would just mean he is on 50% of his HP. At this rate, I'm actually not. I don't think this team has anything to worry about in terms of like being down. I think that's fine by this team. They just need to get through the. The health bars very quickly because this particular boss has a lot of health. But take a look at those panels on the ground here from Wu Xiang. Those do a lot of damage. This is a phase 2 Wu Xiang feature that once is out, it actually does do a fair bit of damage. It would shoot through the Colonel's shields very quickly if he is not careful. But otherwise, it is actually pretty okay. I would not encourage you to stand right in the middle of it, but if it works, it works. I'm just saying. 80 more. He's just standing there. He's not even worried. He's like, nah, we got this. It is an impressive feat to see them go one after the other. It's charging up for an attack. So we are about to get through a very big attack right now. Oh, but knocking him out just before, and that might actually be the end of Wu Xiang as we know it, because look at how fast the health is going, and they are done! 17 minutes, and I do believe that was 17 minutes and 50 seconds. We will see the leaderboard in a little bit. Don't worry about it. But that was impressive. When we got Wu Xiang, I thought, oh no, this is gonna delay the team migrate. I would say. All right, take a look at the leaderboard right now. Team Antivirus still very much in the lead with 15 minutes and 28 seconds, but Team Sunway Orca not far behind. We're still yet to see Team Firewall play, so we will see if Team Firewall can beat Team Antivirus in that 15-minute and 28-second roll, or if they can even take the 17 minutes 44 seconds away from Team Sanryoka. On third place right now, though, we have a very respectable Team Sunbear with a time of 55 minutes and 26 seconds. Now, as we prepare for Team Firewall to get ready, I am excited. What do you guys think of that? How do you guys think of that so far? I thought it was a very, very, very respectable speed run. It was a very good speed run. I honestly, there were some parts which I see could have been faster, but it's all right. It was two colonels on the team, which I thought was really amazing. I wonder if another team might do this as well. It would be interesting for another team to kind of pull this off. Maybe like having three Auroras, for example. That would be very interesting. And I hope Team Firewall isn't listening to this, because that is not at a time for you guys to try. It is not. I'm not saying that you guys should try it. I'm saying that it would be interesting to see. However, we are getting ready to go to Team Firewall. They are prepping for their final matchup. Remember, guys, this will be the final matchup of the day, and it does appear to be that they are ready to get this over with. So, shall we take a look into Team Firewall if they are ready? Yeah. All right. Oh, they are confident. They're just claiming their dailies. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, they do have a lot of daily events and rewards that you guys can claim if you guys play this game. If you guys would like to download it, it is currently free on the Steam store. Terminull Brigade. That is the name of the game. You do not want to miss out on this player versus enemy. It is a fun time for anybody who wants to try, anybody who wants to attempt their stuff. And remember, you can play with one of your friends, so you're never gonna be lonely. That's always a good thing, yeah? It's always a good thing. Right, I'm waiting for information to get started. But however, chat, if there is a character that you want to see Team Firewall play, let me know what characters you want to be seeing in this next round. I kind of want to see Gloria a little bit. Want to see how she plays in a competitive scene, or rather in this scene, which is both competitive. And remember, we are looking for our top three. Our top three that will gain a total of 250 ringgit combined in prize money. So this one will determine who takes home first place, who takes home second place, and who takes home third place. Right. With that being said, let us see. Remember, we have several agents available. We have Aurora, we have Blade, we have Colonel, we have Max, we have Gloria, and we have Phoenix. But all pretty good options. They have their roles in the team, they have their roles in the party, but it is about how each team maximizes their play. That will make a difference in this. Right? So, shall we get ready? I'm looking at chat right now. I'm trying to see what are your favorite characters that you want to see coming up. in this next and final round of the night for them. Do let me know. Put down in put down in the chat. Let me know what you guys are looking forward towards, especially coming up from this last team. Look at to tell me what you guys want to see. What time do you guys predict? I think I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. Like I think it's very possible for this team to go 15 minutes. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows if they're who knows if they can hit that 15 or maybe even 16. That is not impossible based on what we've seen from these teams so far. I can honestly say that this time trial is about to get as interesting as it gets. And with everything that's been going on, if you guys would like to try out this game for yourself, please feel free to go on to Steam and download this game. Thank you Terminull Brigade for sponsoring this, and thank you APU Esports for as well hosting us for this game. Right. So are we so here's my question for you, chat. Are we ready for the final matchup of the night? I hope you guys are. Can I get a yay in chat? Can I get a yay in chat? All right, and we are ready to start. Let's go. Oh, I think there's technical issues. It's all right. It's all right. I can continue talking. Until such a time when it's time to start. It's all right. Though I will say, if you're wondering how I am today, we are doing really well as we are in actually day 1. And yes, we are about to start. Oh, I see. I do see a blade. I do see another kernel. I do see another aurora. Select that blade, please. I'm actually curious to see how she plays as well. It does seem that this is going to be the default. Ring City difficulty 1, and we are ready to go. This is, by the way, the main 3 characters of this particular game. So if you guys are starting out, it is these 3 characters that you will see the most. But time has begun, and we're getting ready. And time has begun. Getting ready to go to the first one.
Aurora, you're too flashy.
Right.
It's not.
Let's go. That has absolutely begun. Ring City, final one of the day, final one of the night, guys.
I know,
Let's see how this will go. Blade is already doing so much damage on her own, pushing out all these. Wow, that's 65k from the get-go. That is impressive by all means. And I can kind of tell that this player is very used to playing Blade. Considering how fast they are actually attacking out, bringing up those firefights. And remember what I said at the beginning of the stream. Blade is kind of a melee character. Her main ability is that she brings the fights to her enemy. She has this ability to kind of isolate out these fights, which is a very cool thing whenever you see it. And oh my goodness, I just saw the health. Ladies and gentlemen, is this 1,530 health? Oh my goodness! This team is not coming here to play. This team did not come here to play at all. 1,530 health Blade seems a bit much, but I'm not gonna be questioning this. Not mentioning the shield. Oh gosh, and now Blade has her ultimate up, so we're seeing all this happening. Ooh, okay, we're waiting for the perfect time. I think she's waiting for the boss to kind of get that ultimate out, but I do want to see this ultimate coming out. All right, and they are moving forward to immediately the first one. Blade versus Blade. Who shall win? It is one after another, and their ultimate just like that. My goodness, that was fast. I have not seen a team be this fast yet. They took 2 seconds. You blinked and it was over. It was crazy how fast that was. I blinked and it was just over. What in the Blade? My goodness, I had a feeling that the player was waiting for a chance to use the Blade ultimate. I did not know it was going to be this powerful. But very impressive showing so far. They are in the second phase and they were only on minute 2 of this entire run. I feel like this run could be 10 minutes if given the speed of how they are going right now. It could be 10 minutes. I'm not sure. All right, so we're looking at a little bit. Oh my goodness, how quickly they're isolating out these fights. Blade once again has her ultimate, so they are ready. They are ready for another boss fight if necessary. I'm pretty confident that if given the fact that how quickly that was, this boss fight is probably gonna be over in 10 seconds as well. But we gotta wait for a little bit. This Blade is playing it a little bit more conservatively with their ult. Okay, but 736k. Wow, that is a lot of damage. And this is how fast they're going. I'm struggling to keep up with how fast this is going because of how fast that they're playing this. It's almost as if bam, 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 done. And they're already on nearly the second boss. The next one will be the second boss, and they're only 3 minutes in. All right, we're in another boss battle. We're gonna see how this goes in a little bit. Okay. Reaper. They're going for the Reaper, and is she gonna use the ult? Is she gonna use the ult? Seemingly not yet. Seemingly not yet. But they have put the Reaper at 60% already. So, wow. I feel like I'm getting a masterclass in how to play this game right now. Because look at how quickly this is all going. Well, here's the ult. Yes, she will. And it's that simple. It's as simple as pressing the alt button. They are in 4 minutes. I'm so impressed. They're in 4 minutes, and I've yet to see a team just annihilate a boss with that speed or that vigor. This is I feel like this is their game the way. They are making great time. They're in phase 3 and only in 4 minutes of their gameplay time. Team Firewall is showing us how it's done and showing us why you as the chat, you guys should go and download this game right here, right now, because you want to be this awesome too, right?
Let the feast.
Okay, just picking up small perks here and there before we move on. But very good time, very good time. They are about almost done with that level, with that third phase. I think there's one more and there will be the boss. I do believe. Look how fast they're clearing this. Area cleared 2 seconds. It was literally 2 seconds. And it was just like, oh yeah, 2 seconds later, oh yeah, the area's done. How are they clearing this so fast with so much vigor? Look at how much damage that is being done. 300k, and I thought 62k was impressive. This is times 5 of that. And they're about to go into the third phase of the boss. Right now, I wonder if Randon, if Blade will just use her skill again. And just slice through the 5 enemies and do splash damage. Oh my goodness, the ultimate there. Fun fact, guys, that is actually called the thrill of the hunt. Is actually called the thrill of the hunt. If you didn't need a skill name that suits Blade more, that is it. Oh wow, the relic pool is insane in here. Okay. They're taking a little minute to just pull that down, and without much help, Heimdallr is already down halfway. I'm waiting to see if Blade will pull the ultimate here and just literally murder Heimdallr in one swoop of her sword. It does appear so, yes, and that is it. What? That was, oh my goodness. Was that 5943?
That was 5943, guys. 5943. 6 minutes on the clock, and they are almost at the end. I was not in belief that a speed run could be done in less than 10 minutes. I am getting proven very, very wrong. It is very possible that they could just do this in 10 minutes. If that if that Blake could get her ultimate up very quickly. All right, so a quick break here to kind of shoot through those, and once they get through those, they will go into just about the final phase. Oh dear.
Let the feast begin.
And that, however, this does buy the Blade time to get their ultimate up, which is absolutely amazing. All right, so they are just about done, and they are getting ready for the final phase. Are they going to go for the side quest? Because I feel like they actually have freedom for the side quest right now, or are they just gonna go straight for the enemy? Nope, they're just going to go straight. I actually initially thought they had time for the side quest, and we are seeing once again Wu Xiang. All right, might want to use the ultimate here. I'm not sure, but no. That was no. Apparently the word is no. Oh my goodness, Wu Xiang was just annihilated just like that. And I think the Maxima, they are going to use their final ult here. Increase final damage by 20%. Ready for that. Just a little bit waiting for Wu Xiang to get there. I think she's prepped. She's standing there like there's no tomorrow, prepping for that ultimate to go south. All right. Is that going to go? Is the ultimate going to go? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So it is going to go. And that is it. That was 8 minutes. Wow. That was 8 minutes of pure enjoyment right there, because I was so amazed that they got there. They by this, I am so happy to see this. Take a look at the leaderboard, the final leaderboard. First place, I'm gonna announce this. First place with 125 ringgit in their pockets right now is Team Firewall with 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Second place with 75 ringgit in their pockets are Team Antivirus, clocking in a time at 15 minutes and 28 seconds. Team Sunway Orca takes third place, 50 ringgit to them for 17 minutes and 44 seconds. And in the fourth place, respectively, it's Team Sunbear with 55 minutes and 26 seconds. Wow, what a day. What a day, guys. What a day. It has been an amazing day for this. I hope you guys have all had a lot of fun. I know I've had a lot of fun being your caster. Once again, thank you so much to Terminull Brigade and APU Esports for hosting this event with us. I will see you all very soon, because this is actually our first of quite a number of events. And I hope to see you guys very soon. But for now, I will be signing off. Bye bye, guys. I will see you all. Thank you all for coming and enjoying this with me.